Let's stay with the story of the weather in the Eastern Cape and speak now to Red Cross in South Africa. Coralie Peo-Swartz is a member of this organization, a representative in fact. Coralie, good evening to you. Thank you for your time. You have heard a part of what my colleagues are reporting on the ground is in the Eastern Cape. There is flooding in major parts and there's also a lot of snow. Are you able to lend a helping hand in this situation?
Hi, good evening, everyone. Yes, Red Cross is able to assist at this stage. We've already committed this evening to donate 100 blankets and 100 mattresses that will be transported to, I think, what I would term almost the epicenter of the storm, being Tata. And we've also committed to lend a hand to Amatola District Municipality as well.
Yeah. How are you able to access the areas? How are you going to be distributing these blankets and mattresses?
Access at the moment is really difficult because of closed roads, widespread flooding, and bridges have collapsed. So it is really difficult to get to some of the areas, particularly in Tata. And then Red Cross has also got a brilliant relationship with local and district disaster management centres. We've got a service level agreement with Amatola District Disaster Management Centre, and they often, if we make the resources available, they've got the vehicles that will be able to reach those areas. And we've got teams on the ground in these communities that are able to assist with the distribution to those in need.
Yeah, it would appear that much of your reliance is going to be on the municipalities. These are the local authorities, including the provincial governments, I would assume, Coralie. Your assessment of how government authorities are handling this situation at the moment, I know it is an emergency, if you like, and so it'll be difficult on their part, but are you satisfied at the moment that they are able to cope with the situation?
I think the first thing, they have to be commended for the early warning system, because from the word go, notifications have been going out. They've been informing communities, they've been mobilizing their relationship with local radio stations to get the message out there. So I'm in no place, in no way able to criticize them or to give a professional opinion on their performance. But what I can tell you is what I've experienced, which has been complete buy-in from all departments involved in infrastructure, in health, in communication. I've been part of those meetings. I know my colleagues have also been part of those meetings in other local municipalities, and I must commend them that they have been on the go, mobilizing teams, communicating, determining needs and sharing those needs out there and putting together reports. So they've been very, very up to date and current with their response.
Yeah. Final question to you. The people most affected by this, some of them have built their informal dwellings on floodplains, and you could hear in that conversation that my colleague Yamgela was talking to there, that there is resistance from the people from actually moving from the areas because, number one, this is the closest they can be to the city in order for them to buy essentials. What's your message to people? Because this actually is dicing with their own lives and those of their children.
You know, if I look at the stories that's coming out of what's happened in Mthatha, there's a school bus missing. And we don't know some of those kids where they are, whether they stayed at home, whether they went to school. We don't know right now where they are. There are people who have lost their lives. Is it worth it? That's my message. Ask yourself, is it worth it? For me to stay here, is it worth it, putting my family at risk? putting my livelihoods at risk, because it's not just your lives, but a lot of people are dependent on subsistence farming. They've got little crops, they've got chickens, they've got livestock. That's gone for many, many of these households now. That's gone. Is it worth it? And really consider listening to people who have the experience, who have the knowledge, and make that decision and advocate that if I'm going to relocate, give me the same services in my new location as what I have now, and make the right decision to save lives. There's nothing, no price, no distance can be put on the value of a life.
Coralie Peo-Swartz, thank you very much for that particular conversation. Some home truths there, but you know, the situation, sometimes people's personal circumstances, you just don't know the decision making, and at times it can be risky. Coralie is with the Red Cross in South Africa.